Hey everyone, this is Morgan Franklin, and this is my presentation on one-to-one technology, how it helps higher student achievement from the use of technology. So my original data and the identified problem, the purpose of my study was to determine if students were able to use one-to-one technology and gain a greater amount of material that was being covered in each lesson. So to check this, there's a pre-assessment and a post-assessment to determine what growth that those students had. And another problem that we found whenever we were doing this research was that teachers lack the confidence in planning lessons using technology because it's out of their comfort zone. And I know right now, with all of the at-home learning, that this is more true now than ever. All of the teachers are having to do all of these activities from home, and it is out of our comfort zone. And that there's a fear that this technology will not work and mess up, which could ruin the entire lesson. And if you don't have those backup resources, then it makes it difficult to teach using technology. How to fix the problem. Experienced teachers who have had little or no professional development in the use of technology in the classroom were less likely to use it in the classroom, and they were less likely to see the benefit of the usage in the classroom. So we would need to provide these teachers with more professional development to use that technology. If teachers aren't provided the effective professional development on those new technologies, then they won't be able to use technology to its full potential. An action plan for teachers is to give these teachers the opportunities to have professional development on the different ways to use technology in the classroom. Once the professional development is over, have someone observe that classroom once a month to help implement the use of technology. These people who would be observing would give them constructive criticism to help them grow as a teacher using that technology. In order to determine if one-to-one technology makes a difference, we'll have to use a sample of students who will use technology and a sample of students who do not. An action plan for the students would be the students will be decided based on a pre-test and a post-test to see where each student is academically, and then they will be divided up into like-minded pairs, and one of the two like-minded students will use technology and the other students will not, and this will help show which students have the most growth at the end of these lessons. An action plan for students continued. The students will be grouped into two groups of 9 for a study done on the effects of one-to-one technology in the classroom. Those students will be giving a pre-test to measure their content knowledge before the lessons are being taught, and we will use this as the baseline for the study to see the what they knew before all of this started. And then at the end, there will be a post-test after 2 weeks to determine how much they retained after using technology or not using technology. The lesson's going to be done in a first grade classroom on social studies unit, identifying land masses, bodies of waters, and other physical features on maps and globes. And then there was going to be 2 separate groups, one using technology and teacher lecture and textbook only, and the other group will receive the same instruction but will not have the technology. So they will each get teacher, lecture, and textbook, but just one group will have the additional technology to use. The group using technology will have access to the virtual field trips so they can go on to various locations and to experience different parts of on the map. So the procedures that we will do to see if this research problem, what we need to do is there will be a consent form sent home requiring a parent or guardian signature for participation. The consent form will inform parents of the study and the processes we will use to determine the importance of one-to-one technology. So we always want to make sure that we do have that parent guardian consent and signature for their participation in anything that you do in your classroom that requires technology. The students will be able to give the option to participate, but there will be no repercussions if they do not partake. So you would not give students a bad grade or tell them they fail or make them sit out while other people are participating. Confidentiality. Students taking part in the study will not write their names on their work. I'm going to give them numbers based on their like-mindedness in their groups. So if we had two students that were like-minded, one would be using technology and one would not. When they turn in their work, they will be labeled, but not with their names. I'll have a number system going so that I will be able to tell which students are using technology and which ones are not, but I won't be biased to one student over the other. Special populations, kids who have a hard time using one-to-one technology, these will be paired with a partner who is proficient in using technology, and they'll be grouped together so that I would be able to help them. The results at the end of this were the data showed that the students who use one-to-one technology learn on a deeper level than those who do not. So adding that technology in with the student or the teacher lecture and the textbook gave these students a deeper learning level than the ones who did not. Training teachers to be proficient using one-to-one technology in class will help these students learn and have a better understanding of instruction that is being taught. The growth, the pretest will be given before the study is done, and a post-test will be given after the study is done. This is to see the student achievement growth, and the student who used one-to-one technology should show significantly more growth than the ones who did not. So that's how you're able to tell if the students who did get to use that technology had that growth, doing the pretest and post-test. And my reflection after all of this, I would focus more on the student's ability to use one-to-one technology and less on the teacher's ability to implement it. I think that the students who are able to use that one-to-one technology, they just have a better understanding, and as a teacher, we do implement it daily. So if we're implementing that for our students, then additional research would be to do the study over several lessons for an entire 9 weeks to get more data to help adjust my action plan. So ideally this would go on longer than what it did whenever I was researching this problem, but after doing this for several weeks, an entire 9 weeks, it would help you get more data to see how you needed to adjust your action plan with your use of one-to-one technology in the classroom. So thank you for listening.